This is Snake. If you're watching this, drop what you're doing and subscribe to IzawSmash right now and show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You should also go to his Metafy to get a coaching session, as it's totally worth it and it'll up your game to the next level, no matter what level you're at. You can even become a supporter for his Metafy to get access to never before seen private Art of Smash videos, which are the best guides so far, as well as access to much more content and benefits.
Mr. Game & Watch. Nair, up B out of shield, forward air, back air, dash attacks, grab mix-ups, and mashed smash attacks. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, then please help me out by supporting me on Metafy or by becoming a YouTube channel member.
Are you kidding me?
Fine. I guess I'll get into it. Game & Watch is a super lightweight character with a very simple and patternized game plan. He'll mainly want to anti-air with Nair, shield dash in for up B out of shield, and grab mix-up so that he can put you above him and have you struggle with up airs and deny you from landing, which can lead to really strong landing reads or offstage launches where he'll have a great time edgeguarding and ledgetrapping as well. He'll also have a really good time combo breaking with up B and down air, so it's really important not to overextend with fake combos and keep things simple with guaranteed combos to deal optimal damage. Game & Watch won't care so much about projectiles either, as physical projectiles get reflected with down B, and explosion or energy-based projectiles can be stored into Game & Watch's bucket. Weak projectiles fill up the bucket by 1 bar, while strong projectiles can fill up 2 bars or max it out immediately. Game & Watch becomes completely invulnerable during the absorb animation, and once it's filled to the max, the bucket's oil comes out on frame 2 and will last for a good amount of time to cover air dodges, regular get-ups, and the stronger the projectiles were that got absorbed, the stronger the oil will be. Even when he absorbs extremely weak projectiles, the bucket will still be worth it, as the minimum damage for a full bucket is 18%. He'll also have a really low crouch to get under a ton of projectiles and some attacks or grabs as well. Counterplaying Game & Watch is all about your horizontal movement, how well you space your aerials and tilts, and how well you feint your jumps that are meant to bait out Game & Watch to anti-air too desperately, rather than over-focusing on pressuring him. You have to be careful jumping and landing aerials, as Game & Watch's win condition is great against jumps and landings. Dashes away, however, is something that Game & Watch can end up struggling against. He can dash attack, sure, but it's really short, risky, and provides a low reward unless it's hit at the corner. Dashing 1 step away in a lot of situations can create opportunities for whiff punishing Nair while also naturally avoiding his grab. Another counterplay is to try baiting out his up B out of shield, and either punish it in the air directly or find hits against his landing mix-ups. Be careful though, as if you hesitate even slightly against up B or overextend with aerials against Game & Watch's landings too much, the down air might hit you hard and reverse the situation, as down air will initially push Game & Watch up before falling down really quickly with a big hitbox. Shielding his down air and punishing it can be good enough, as any small amount of damage against Game & Watch can be significant. Punishing him in the air is much more rewarding, however, since after Game & Watch uses his up B, and as soon as the parachute comes out, the game will remove his double jump. So basically, when he gets hit at the peak of his up B, he won't get his double jump back. This is actually the main reason why Game & Watch struggles against swordies that jump really well, since they can bait out up B out of shield easier, pressure the ground with safer tilts, and even dash away and whiff punish effectively. This is where Game & Watch has to start playing a lot more patiently and find his own pressure to have any chance of controlling the pace of the game. And so, neutral air, forward air, and back air is used to pressure opponents to mainly help condition jumps and shields. Of course, the better you pressure, the more you might stress the opponent out to hit your shield wrong as well. Neutral air is really safe and rewarding at low to mid percents to pressure with, but it'll still get punished by really fast out of shield options at close range. Back air can be safe in a lot of matchups if you space it, but it's the least safe aerial to pressure with, as long as the opponent is aware of the landing hit once Game & Watch touches the ground, which can potentially even get parried or armored through. If you delay and land the back air, the multi-hits will blend in with the landing hit, making it much harder to know when the last hit will be, and you'll deny the opponent the ability to parry or armor through before the landing hit. hit. Forward air is technically the safest aerial to pressure with and can also provide some crazy combos and just kill by itself at high percent. If you full hop and forward air at the peak and immediately fast fall, the forward air will be plus on shield, which allows for guaranteed grabs, tilt and aerial mix-ups, smash charge mix-ups, and anything else. This does technically work from a short hop, but won't really guarantee anything right after the explosion. The problem, however, is that the opponent can just quickly press an attack before the forward air touches the shield to destroy the bomb and potentially even hit Game & Watch. And even if the first hit of the bomb hits the opponent during their jump, a double jump or air dodge can be buffered to avoid the explosion, as the bomb will only explode after it touches the ground or after a specific time in the air. Of course, if the first hit of the bomb hits the opponent too low on the ground, it'll explode too early for the opponent to be able to avoid the explosion. Up B comes out on frame 3 and makes Game & Watch intangible from frame 5 till 13, basically making him unhittable for half of the up B launch. This makes it extremely hard and sometimes impossible to edgeguard Game & Watch, especially since it also hits hard enough to potentially reverse edgeguard. So it's usually better to focus on 2-framing and ledge-trapping him. If you 2-frame him while he's going for a low recovery to the point where the parachute comes out, then he won't get his double jump back, even if he tried saving his double jump. This is why it's important for Game & Watch to learn to recover not from too low, not from too high, but at the perfect range and slightly away from the ledge. If spaced correctly, he'll not only be able to save his double jump, but also be exposed for 1 frame only before grabbing the ledge. You can also use the bucket to slightly stall and somewhat float, which can even be used together with the double jump. It can also be used to turn you around so that you have access to back air to potentially combat edge guards. Using the bucket, Game & Watch is able to get under the stage to the other side. After you up B, you'll usually see down air come out, but you can also just wait to drift yourself to the left and right a lot more, and even tap the control stick up or down to cancel out of the parachute to do anything else except for double jumping. In fact, the fastest way to get down from up B is to actually double tap yourself down right after you hit the peak of the launch, which will let you fast fall with an aerial, fast fall with air dodge, and even allows you to use B moves. It'll even allow Game & Watch to recover slightly higher with air dodge up. Up B can also be aimed to the left and right, which is really important for reading the opponent's DI so that you can actually combo off of it. Mixing up your DI while getting hit by the up B is crucial to limit its combo potential, and best case scenario, you'll DI away and be in front of Game & Watch where nothing will combo since forward air is too slow. When down air hits, it'll typically launch opponents. However, if the grounded hit connects, it'll launch for tech chases around mid-percents. This happens a lot when a player shields the first hit and tries punishing too early, only to get hit by the landing hit. In which case, you can jab lock into the initial down air hit for combos, or jab lock and reset them with the grounded down air hit for a reset tech situation, only to jab lock again into a slight dash away forward smash so the forward smash sweet spots. Up air is an upwards projectile that can combo and even be reflected. This is another moment where the opponent has to play the horizontal game cleverly to be able to get through the up airs and try landing. If Game & Watch lands his first up air, it'll potentially lead into a second one, so you need to be careful to not spend your double jump early here, as you might just lose it, which makes it even harder for you to land. The better you mix up your double jump directions, the better your character's airspeed and fast fall speed is, and the more options you have to land with, the harder it'll be for Game & Watch to keep you from landing. Game & Watch won't just be punishing your landings with Nair, dash attack, and shield dash with B, but he'll also be able to read aggressive landings with up smash and fast fall air dodges with down smash if it gets too predictable. Up air can even lead into up B at almost any percent to launch the opponent off stage. This can also steal double jumps and is another reason why you need to be careful double jumping immediately. One thing to keep in mind is that the up B will launch opponents in the direction that you are facing, or in the direction that your control stick is set to, so you'll want to up B towards them to launch them off stage, which will always force Game & Watch to face that direction, meaning back air won't be available, but at least forward air will be. You can, however, cancel the up B and quickly turn around with down B to get access to back air. If you lose your double jump while sent off stage, now Game & Watch will throw out a wall of back airs, which is extremely hard to get around. And even if you still have a double jump, it can be challenged with up B if you spend it too early off stage. And if you try going below the back airs, he'll be able to down air to potentially challenge you as well. And even if they get around the edge guard, or if there isn't an opportunity to edge guard to begin with, Game & Watch can simply stand at roll distance and press neutral B to ledge trap. If this is something the opponent wants to jump over, Game & Watch can simply cancel it, shield and up B, nair to catch your landing, press up air, and even back air to deny the double jump in. And even if the opponent double jumps over the back air, Game & Watch can up air right after the back air to cover the landing. Once opponents are about to grab the ledge, neutral B can be mashed to have 5 projectiles come out in a row. Then there will be a small pause, then 5 more will come out if you keep mashing. You can actually angle the projectiles by holding back or forward to different degrees. The pan will also have a hitbox, so rolling while Game & Watch mashes doesn't work. However, you still have to keep in mind that some characters will have a really long ledge roll, which Game & Watch has to adjust his position for and start to potentially angle his sausages. Best case scenario is if you can wait for the 5th projectile and time a ledge jump or a regular get up during that pause. However, this only works if Game & Watch is positioned badly. If he's in the right position where at least 2 or 3 out of the 5 projectiles hit, then almost all characters are put into a horrible spot, as you can't ledge stall, you can't ledge jump, can't ledge roll, and 9 out of 10 regular get-ups will just get caught. So unless you have multiple double jumps or a special move that can help you get around it, you're pretty much screwed unless you want to risk double jumping in with a long-lasting hitbox to beat out the projectiles. Or you could just accept the hits while hanging at the ledge and re-grab the ledge in hopes that Game & Watch is just gonna keep mashing the B button. And during the re-grab, hopefully you'll see the gap to ledge jump through after the 5th projectile. However, if Game & Watch simply doesn't mash and stops for a moment to reset the trap, it'll still be a problem. Ledge stalling is also really risky because Game & Watch can simply run up and dash attack or forward tilt to combo off the projectiles hitting the ledge stall. It also might make Game & Watch greedy for the combo since he has to commit to canceling the chef early once he thinks that the projectiles will hit. And now you could try getting around him canceling his chef with roll or other ledge options. However, if he just commits to chef, sometimes there's just no good solution at all. Game & Watch can also pressure the ledge with short hop forward air, or jump double jump forward air, which allows for another forward air for double pressure. Down air will also be great at 2-framing opponents, and if you hit the initial inner hit, it can spike. Down smash can also hit ledge stalls and is amazing for hard punishing ledge rolls and regular get-ups, and buries opponents as long as you hit the outer hits of down smash. Just make sure that you space the forward smash so that you hit with the strong hit, as it has a really weak inner hit. Up smash is very safe against shields, especially when you hit with the front hit, and will also make Game & Watch completely invulnerable during the hit. And because of its low end lag, it'll generally always be hard to punish, so it's very spammable and great for punishing rolls, spot dodges, approaches, and even great for beating out non-disjointed attacks. It'll even beat grenades and different counters. Forward tilt lasts for a long time, so it's great at punishing spot dodges and killing. Down tilt is even stronger and riskier than forward tilt, so it'll mostly be used out of shield as a quick, strong punish or to read roll away. Up tilt is mostly used as a situational combo extension. And jab is a mix-up on shield, as a single jab is still really hard to react to and leads to potential mix-ups right after as well. Jab 1 will also true combo into bucket around 70-80% and into up B around 100%. Otherwise, rapid jab can deal a ton of damage if the opponent is cornered or at the edge of a platform. Finally, his side B is completely luck-based and will hit the opponent with anything from 1 to 9. 1, 2, and 3 are all extremely weak and punishable on hit. However, around high percents, 3 will actually start tech chasing. 4 pushes the opponent away but basically deals no damage. 5 is an average multi-hit. 6 launches the opponent fairly well. 7 spawns apples for you to eat. 8 freezes the opponent. And 9 kills the opponent. Game & Watch can be really tricky at the ledge as well. Not only is double jumping in with Nair a pain to potentially deal with, but even ledge jump into forward air, down air mix-ups, or ledge jump up B can be annoying to deal with. And if you attempt to read and cover his ledge jump, he'll be able to let go of the ledge and up B to become intangible and punish the opponent for overcommitting. He'll also have an exceptionally quick regular get up, so punishing it can throw the opponent off since the timing is different and requires faster reactions. The best way to react to regular get up is by looking at Game & Watch opening his mouth at the ledge. This is the animation that plays just before he presses any ledge option except ledge jump. Game & Watch has really basic combos. At low percents, you can either get Nair or down throw into neutral air, up air. Keep in mind that the opponent will get launched to the right if they are on the right side of Nair, or to the left if they are on the left side. Landing Nair or down throw can also combo into side B anything from 15 to around 40%, depending on the opponent. This combo will be most commonly done if there's a platform to extend on. Around mid to high percents, rather than doing neutral air into up air, you'll want to finish it off with up B. Same with down throw around mid to high percents. However, using up throw to up B is typically a lot more consistent. Landing neutral air can also combo before the last hit into jab, grab, up B, and at higher percents even tilts. Up smash at starting to mid percents will also combo into Nair, up air, or up B. And as stated before, forward air is a great combo starter and will allow you to find these Nair extensions, up air extensions, and even up tilt. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, then please help me out by supporting me on Metafy or by becoming a YouTube channel member.